Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, where you join us at, well, the eve of the next Timurid attack. They've got their eye on Yerevan. Well, unless they're planning to just work around it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to take Yerevan. It is defended, but it's also just a minor city. City, not castle, basic stone walls, fairly weak tower defences, no ballistas, no cannons, no anything. The army inside is okay, but no general. Best we can do is just try and find some good positions to try and hold out. Possibly we want to do most of the fighting on the actual plaza. We'll have to see about that. Though, we have plenty being trained up around here and more coming in by boat soon. Up north in this here castle, which I am just not going to be able to... You know what, screw it. I've got bored of not being able to pronounce this place. Up here, in Castle Tabby, we will be able to hold out much flipping better. That I think we can do. The interesting thing is what they're planning to do next, because if after they take these two settlements they swing back down south, that's fine. If they then decide to start swinging around here, that's a bit more awkward for me, because there's less choke points for me to deal with. In theory, it is not impossible for the Timurids to decide to head north and start swinging through Russia. Now that would be a disaster, because Russia is big and open, and right now I've basically got nothing there. So all of my beautifully prepared armies down here would suddenly be useless. I'd have to basically shuffle them north and try and ferry them by boat over to this area as quickly as possible to try and hold some bridges. But yeah, even there, like... Many of the crossings are fords, not bridges. They'd be so small. The archers of the Timurids would be able to tear us apart. It would be a lot more tricky. So I'm kind of hoping they don't do that. Kind of hoping they don't. But we've got something else to start off with today. Jeddah. Because I kind of want the map to be painted red. This has been coming for some time. We're almost at a completely red map. Apart from, you know, any theoretical settlements that might exist over here, but definitely don't exist just yet. But just in case they did, let's just start painting the map red now. Just so you know, we've done the groundwork on this side of the Atlantic. And yes, indeed, let's just send this army of, well-armoured Obertshires and, Norse Axemen and, all the best stuff in the world. No archers, though. Straight into Jeddah. Because this I just kind of want to do myself, because I think it's just kind of hilarious to send the best stuff we've got into waves of plague-damaged rebels. Also, you don't generally see many villages without walls in this game. Haven't seen them for some time. I honestly can't remember what the Middle Eastern-style ones even look like. The answer is, apparently it looks a bit like this. There's a little building on a hill, but other than that, it's... This is the extent to which Jeddah exists right now. This isn't looking so hot for them. Right, well, I think basically what I'm going to do is just send in my flipping Norse axes. Really? Oh, the Danes have come a long way, haven't they? All the way from Denmark down here to one of the most southern settlements in the world. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I'd say let's just basically charge in over here and just start smashing them with an axe. I think that'll work out just fine, actually, yes. Although actually, good point, we may as well have them spread out a little bit. Let's just have a couple of them head round here, just to basically flank round the side, and one of them can do the same around to here, in fact. That'll be absolutely fine. So, you two lads, get straight in the front over here and just start smashing these guys straight in the front. That'll pull all these guys forward. They've got some form of range, yes, and desert archers. Those are good long-range units, but they're clearly just firing stupid shots up in the air, so don't expect them to achieve much. And in come my armoured and experienced... Actually, they're not experienced, they're just armoured. Oh, just armoured then. In come the axemen. And they are just going to start chopping down spear militia like nobody's business. These two guys can just start basically coming in the side over here. And you guys can start heading in this side route over here. That's fine. And just in case we need it, I will bring up the Obertshire as well. Marvellous. And in you guys go. You guys might just take a bit of damage. I mean, these guys are more about attack than defense. So they're not exactly the best pick for just kind of, you know, chopping through the enemy, because they actually take a lot of damage. You guys get in the back, by the way. You guys get round here as well. And just, yeah, into the side of the Desert Archers. Well, that's just perfect. The Desert Archers are, in fact, right here. So now we can just follow the Norse Axemen as they actually get their charge in. And, yeah, heavy Axemen versus Archers. Not going to go desperately. Oh, dear. Oh, flipping dear. I think you guys are getting chopped down nice and fast now. And now basically the axemen are just going to slowly squeeze them out. It is possible some of these units might end up broken. Like, this guy's down to 100 already, and we're just basically trying to push through at this point. So, yeah, I'm just going to basically speed this up, and we can slowly watch the tide of battle shift. And I think I've just basically flipped the enemy general upside down using... I just love the axeman animations, by the way. They're hilarious. You guys just basically get in here. One of you guys get over here. One of you guys may as well go and try and take out these guys. And then these guys just basically trying to push through against the Desert Archers. That'll be absolutely fine. And everything is looking slowly just fine. We'll just chop our way through a giant pile of these rebel bastards. Yeah, we're pushing forward quite effectively here. On this flank, those guys are now just pushing forwards. You guys, if you're not actually doing anything right now, just push through. How are the Desert Archers still there? How is that a thing? Deal with the Arab cavalry. Just push forward, you stupid bastards. What's your problem? Over here, on this flank, they've already broken through. I don't know really what your problem is. Just, yeah, clear these guys out. That's flipping right. Cut your way through. Okay, these guys, this is shambolic. Over here, we've pretty much done. Alright, seriously, get in there. Just get over there. Start finishing them off. Oh, one of the groups has actually managed to break. Okay, that's more shambolic. Bastards. You guys just finish these guys off, but for the most part, just get over here and do something, please. Why are you not doing things? Okay, go and help out your useless friends over here, because apparently these guys can't actually do anything by themselves. And yes, indeed, it looks like the Norse Axemen have basically just chopped their way through this entire town by themselves, because Norse Axemen are just beautiful and hilarious. Job done. Nice. And just watch the minimap for a second, because it's about to do something quite beautiful. It's about to go very bloody red. And I'm going to... Apparently this place is miserable. Well, if you're miserable, you get sacked then. And... Ooh. Okay. Interesting. The population is literally 400 at this point, and it needs to be 800 before I can do anything to this place. Beautiful. So unfortunately, Jeddah's just stuck being a village with no walls for the time being. Alright, well, you can pay more tax. That'll be good. Over on this side, however, you've already moved to this turn, and yes, indeed, our new spy is heading up here to see what's actually in Arguin, the little, the Portuguese colony. Though, I don't think it's actually, I can't remember what's even in there. Generally can't remember. Okay, what else do we have? Actually, okay, one thing I need to acknowledge. I saw in the comments certain, clucking noises, accusations of cowardice, etc. So, fair enough, we're going to take a bit more of a proactive approach to the bastard Timurids. Like, potentially, this guy was originally just going to go and retake Mosul, but you know what? You are right, and this is all very fair and reasonable. Let's actually start moving some troops forward around here and see what we can do to potentially, just maybe block them off on this bridge. Because if after they take these settlements they try and swing south, I might be able to hold them to a bridge battle here and a second Mosul battle right here. And basically, if every time they cross a bridge they have to fight a bridge battle, that'll wear them down pretty effectively. So that could be worth doing. Now, let's see how the Timurids respond to the redeployment of my troops, because, technically, actually, you know what? Just to make sure there isn't a new path opened up, because I'd like them to attack Yerevan while they're up there, because it is relatively well defended, and it's quite tight and narrow, so it'll be difficult for them to surround it. I'm just going to move this guy here to block off this path. So as far as the Timurids are concerned, probably their pathing won't freak out too much. Oh. Or maybe it flipping will. What are you guys doing now at this point? Okay. If this is going to make them freak out and change direction, that's fine. I'm willing to potentially... Yep, straight back over to me. Betrothed, age 46. No, go away. You're too old and all of that. The crusade grows. Because I joined it. I wouldn't necessarily describe that as the crusade growing massively, but okay. Let's get my spy over here to spy on our crusade target, by the way. It is Saharan rebels, and, ooh. Well, here's interesting. This would appear to be the only settlement in the world that was not actually touched by the plague, because Jeddah was hit by the plague. You know that for certain, because the units there were weakened, and they were weakened, like, equally across the board, so I'm pretty sure that's what actually damaged them. But here... Apparently this place was untouched by plague. And yeah, unfortunately, there's no special unique unit. It's a bit of a disappointment, this village, because yeah, in Rome Total War, of course, you had the special unique Amazon charioteers and all of that floating around in the unique special secret settlement. Here, it's just a really, really, really rich, valuable settlement that just, you know, has some troops in it. So it's not really quite so interesting. However, one thing that is rather interesting is, I believe, yes indeed, I think, very bloody conveniently, we have the ability to start training Carracks. Because all of the naval dry docks across all of the places I actually built them are done. Yes, yes, indeed they are. So say hello. You know what, screw it. Let's just get loads into production. Everyone, just train some Carracks immediately. In particular, Lisbon, because your port is very convenient for just going to have a little poke about what's going on this side of the world. Now, two things I do want to quickly draw attention to here, which is our new king, King Haflidy, I'm never going to be able to pronounce that name first time every time. Yeah, basically I decided to step him outside just to basically take on some rebels, because right now he doesn't have much authority. Winning a few fights might help him out with that. So I've also made him step outside, where there are actual firearm troops here, who have got, yeah, upgraded weapons, because they came from a town with a university. Paris. Plus, actually, there's some fun mercenaries floating around here. I would like to actually buy up free company longbowmen. The reason for that is not because I actually need them for much, to be honest, though it is useful to have long-range missiles. But yeah, they're okay. Missile attack 6 effective against armor, but 6 is not much these days, even if they are long-range. The reason I do want them, however, is, like all English archers, because these are supposed to be, like, you know, retired English archers, they can use sharpened stakes. We haven't seen that in this playthrough yet. Absolutely, I would like to actually have some of them in my army, because, yes, that is very, very useful indeed. Now, hello, my good man. I think, well, you can try and run. I'm not sure you're going to do that well, to be honest. So in terms of sharpened stakes, may as well show this off while we've actually got these guys right on the field right now. Basically, yeah, I can tell them at the beginning of the fight to lay down these here sharpened stakes. These are basically static defenses. Obviously, if you move away from this location, they won't move with you. They can just be laid down once at the beginning of the fight. But the thing about them is, any cavalry that basically charges into this gets shredded. This is why I didn't really want to do this playthrough as England, because basically all of the advanced English archers do get access to this, and it makes the hordes too easy to deal with, because you can pretty much just lay sharpened stakes at the gates of your city, and then pretty much the enemy cavalry will just keep running into it over and over, and it does a ridiculous amount of damage because the AI just sometimes seems completely blind to them, which is kind of stupid. So yes, those are there, but we don't really need them on this occasion, so I'm just going to basically pull these guys back. And yeah, they actually need to be standing right next to the stakes at the beginning of the battle for them to actually stay put. So, instead, what I'm going to do is, you guys actually plan to, oh, I think you guys are actually planning to walk forward. Marvellous. So what I'm planning to do is basically use my gunpowder troops, because we don't get to use them very often. So why the bloody hell not, eh? You guys around here, you guys around here, and let's also just get my leader, my new king, around just to basically give him a charge as well. These guys will just lightly pepper this spear militia as it comes in. But yes, the real thing is going to be when these guys move into range of my gunpowder troops. Because gunpowder troops are kind of fun. Actually, hang on, did I even show their stats? Missile attack 14, thanks to that upgrade. Defense is very weak, however, but 14 missile, effective against armor, albeit they're not long range. That's decent. That's a fun thing. Plus, troops don't like being shot with guns. They cause various morale debuffs. So, momentarily, I think the longbows are already in range, you can see, because they've got longer range. But we just basically let them keep coming, sooner or later these guys will, yep, in we come. So over to you guys, and my lads are just preparing for a shot. And a nice shot does indeed begin. Lovely. So now these guys are going to be hit by normal arrows that don't do that much damage. But yeah, more importantly, they're going to be shot by these lads as well. And I think they're coming for a charge, are they? Do you really want to come in for a charge? I'm not convinced you do. And in comes arrows. You may notice, by the way, the arrows seem to be coming in a lot more regularly. Yes, they do. These guys are a little bit slow on the old reload. So in comes some shots there, some more flipping arrows, and at this point you guys should already be pretty much falling apart. They're down to shaken already because they don't like being hit with gunpowder. I'm actually going to move my general back a little bit. Oh, for once I said general, it's actually my king. Absolutely marvellous. These guys have basically broken immediately because, yeah, that's really the advantage of the gunpowder troops. The gunpowder troops, guys, what are you doing? Guys, what are you doing? Come on. The advantage of the gunpowder troops is indeed that they basically cause massive, massive morale penalties for anyone they actually fire upon. So let's go into a shot for you. They do a nice little kind of joggy roundy, by the way. You do actually see them like forming ranks, although I'm not sure we'll see it now because I think we're about to charge straight into these guys and cause them to immediately break. Yes. So, come on, anytime you're ready. Yep, there we go. In comes some shots there. The problem is it's sometimes kind of hard to see where they're actually firing. Because, yeah, the bullets don't really... They're not really very visible compared to arrows. Like, this is one of those things that was actually kind of wrong with Total War in this period. It was sometimes very hard to see who was shooting where. Like, in future Total War games, especially like things like Shogun 2 or Warhammer, like, arrows had, like, it was a slightly stylistic and unrealistic, but had a little swish behind it. So you could more easily see exactly, like, you know, who was shooting where and all of that. So, let's just quickly send in this guy for a bit more of a charge. You always want... Yeah, that's fine. There we go, lovely. So, not a single man lost. So, these guys, they hit hard, albeit at short range. They're effective against armor, but really, the big deal is they can cause units to break before they even manage to get up to your line. And you are still 3 out of 10 authority. You know what, that's fine, and I'll also hire myself an extra bunch of you guys, because why not, eh? Now, continue moving the troops up around here. If need be, we may be able to block up the bridge, send reinforcements just barreling in this direction. You guys hold these bridges. Do I need more? And which force will be better? Oh, that's a weird army. This force is a more traditional force. We'll start moving this forward. I'm going to start forward deploying these armies while training more at the rear. We've got plenty going on back here at Acre. I think you, my good man, yeah, you're a new kid coming through. I'm going to send you to Gaza to oversee the training of a new army back here as well. Alright, we got good armies coming in from the north, and don't forget this guy, by the way. Keep him moving in too. You just start heading down over here. Get ready to defend this place. I don't know how the Timurids are going to react to this right now, because they're looking a bit boxed in, which I like. They could, in theory, try and escape this way. But, yeah, we've got good armies floating around here, and more coming in. And we've got good armies down here too. We're going to try and aggressively box them in, see what we can do here. And also, send in the assassins. You're the good assassin. Yeah, you're an okay assassin. Any chance you can... 38% on the faction there. Yep, another captain. Basically, just keep picking off captains as best we can. See what we can do here. And the Timurids are back heading north, but they're going to run straight into the control zone of Yerevan. I think they were heading straight at that guy. They've seen that guy exist, and now they want to try and pick him off. See, the problem with up north here is there's no bridges that they'd reasonably want to cross. Unless I'm willing to sacrifice both Yerevan and Castle Tabby, which is probably not a good idea. Are they going to try and go for Yerevan, or... I should probably just fall back at this point. And 25-year-old, yep, you look better. You can marry into the family. What do you want the... Look, I'm dealing with it, alright. You'd think the bloody nobles would shut up. I've basically conquered the entire known world. Okay, in fact, actually, speaking of conquering the entire known world, Colbane the Scarred, would you like to basically just walk straight into here, please? Because I bet you flipping would. Yep, that's all fine. And with that, lovely. You know what? Exterminate it for safety. It's still only flipping content, having been exterminated. Yeah, unfortunately, we had to kill them. They weren't Catholic enough. And so as a result, we've got, ooh, experience bonuses. And 1,400 florins. That's not even that much at the beginning of the game. Marvellous. Still on the plus side, we now actually have flipping double and even triple gold chef. Oh, blimey. These Norse swordsmen, look at them. Blimey, just because, actually, it's weird in this game. Like, you seem to gain a lot more experience through auto-resolving than you do from fighting manually. Like, I haven't been fighting that much with these guys, but these Norse swordsmen are up to capped-out experience, 3 gold chevrons. As a result, they have attack 15, total defense 20. It's ridiculous. Though it's also advantageous, of course, they have, yeah, upgraded weapons from the Swordsman's Guild, and also their maxed-out armor. These guys are bloody tough. Now... time for the big moment here. Remove the cannons from this man's army, just for the moment. Move him to here. put Mosul under siege, re-merge the cannons into the army, and I think you should be able to walk straight in without too much trouble. Yep, 200 men lost, that's fine, we'll fix that later. Mosul falls back into my hands. We will simply move straight in as it's actually Catholic and it's fine. And now we can use our money to repair it. And now, next time they actually come back around, in fact, actually, it looks like we've got, yeah. Apparently, because the training facilities were like ours, we already improved them, we can just get this place straight back up to snuff. Marvellous. Though if I want to retrain actual, yeah, looks like some stuff did get burnt down a little bit. Fine, I'll need to build a new practice range. No problem really, though. The heavy stuff I can repair now. That'll do for the time being, yes. Right, so Mosul is back in our hands, and I believe with that, that is a clean sweep of the entire world. That is the world in red, right flipping there. Marvellous. Also, go away, you stupid pirate bastards. Please sink, and you may also sink. Thank you. Lovely. I think we've also just finished off the threat of piracy. This whole Danish domination of the world thing has worked out really well for the world. Everyone should be very thankful to us. Anyway, with some beautiful Carracks now floating around, I'd say let's just send some scouts over there. Some Catalans. Some completely unsupported Catalans. That will do beautiful things. Now while we wait for them to go and actually, you know, flipping find something or whatever, which they may or may not do, I forget exactly how the trigger works. The trigger for the world is round is kind of weird. I think there might be a secondary trigger I haven't hit yet. So it's possible that these guys will basically just hit a brick wall over here and not be able to do anything. I think it might have spawned in over here because the map has actually extended already, which I don't think it would do if there wasn't already, like, you know, some form of America hiding back there. So we'll see if we can get over there. I don't know. Anyway, let's prepare the actual main force for the time being. So we've got all of these lovely gunpowder troops right here, which is spectacular, but we're going to need some more stuff too. Like, for example, some beautiful cannons. Beautiful, beautiful cannons to actually blast apart any walls we come across. And some anti-infantry cannons probably wouldn't hurt too, so let's get some cannons in production. Meanwhile, over here at Angers, we have got ourselves some beautiful, beautiful Oberdshire. Very good for holding the line, so absolutely let's just toss some of them over in that direction. Very, very good indeed. You guys merge together into there. That'll give us, yeah, that'll be 16. Then, together with... you know what? We could probably leave behind one of these. Then I need just a little bit of actual proper really heavy cav. So over in Cannes we can probably produce that. If anyone can produce chivalric knights, that'd be great. Oh! Speak of the devil, chivalric knights. Marvellous. Right, send over some chivalric knights to join up with this force, and we will be in pretty good shape, I'd say. Also, just merge these forces together. Forces from Milton Keynes and from Pesant Twerp, and we do need to have a mighty 4 Carrack force. Nothing's going to be taking that out, alright? That thing's pretty mighty. So, we're just drawing together the force here, and also, who are you? Are you in any way good? Trustworthy, shamelessly lewd, sloppy builder, night fighter. Well, you're loyal enough. Oh, go on then. You can also join up with this force whenever we actually send it on its way. Because we're going to need more than one army to deal with America, by the way. America is tricky. So let's actually just start training some new forces around here. Yeah, let's just get some backup forces ready to go. Meanwhile, back in the Middle East, Harold Eriksson is going to secure this here bridge. Ooh, that's right. We're now starting to try and box in the Timurids. This is a catastrophically stupid idea, but we'll give it a go. Now, just in case they do try and come this way, by the way, I'm also going to send this guy north to try and cover this river crossing. I've no idea how, but the Timurids just became the richest faction in the world. Despite having only sacked one city and having no actual source of income right now, screw it, they apparently just are. And here's interesting. Backing off a bit. I think they were just going for that guy. Okay. So no attack on Yerevan yet. They do appear to be looping off the road. Potentially trying to get to a different river crossing. But I think I've already got an army moving in precisely that direction. Good. Good, good, good. Right, you start moving up in this direction to block them off if they're trying to head over here. Now, if they don't head in that direction, they might be heading for this crossing. If they are heading for that crossing... Okay, this force here is not exactly doing much right now. I may as well just give it... What have you even got? Oh. You are really the remnants and chaff, aren't you? Right, okay. All of this pretty much can just come straight out for the time being. We've also got... Where did you come from? Oh, we just adopted you. Are you better than this guy by any chance? Oh, it's another guy who's called Half Liddy. Suddenly everyone wants to be bloody cool. Actually, no, this guy's pretty good. He's brave marks of war, yeah. You know what? He's actually pretty good. Just give him a bunch of troops and send him up to that crossing. If they want to try and sneak through open ground around here, then we can stop them. Just get up here. Also, just lay watchtowers. This is obscure territory. It would be nice to see what's going on. Yeah, in 2 turns, he can get up here. 1 turn, you can get up here. I think sooner or later, at some point, we'll literally box them in on every single crossing. So we've got this guy coming in around here. Mosul is going to be, yeah, these guys are going to actually be healed up sooner rather than later. Then we can box in here and then ultimately round here. At that point, hang on. How do you actually escape from here? Because you can't get through, well, theoretically you could come through the open path around here. We got this guy who's going to block up this way. We got this guy who can basically hang out around here, slowly blocking up. Oh, that was probably not a good idea. Maybe you just fall back a little bit. We can block up this path around here. We can block up here. We can block up here. There's no crossings along here. We might actually be able to box them in and force them to face us on a bridge. They've got no flipping choice. Okay, money spent, net closing. We're just playing cat and mouse with the Timurids right now. Okay. They are continuing to go that way for now. Including... Ooh. Alright. We might have actually just managed to catch one of their armies out of position here. It's going to expose one of our other armies to a bit of a threat, but... we can handle this, actually. This is manageable. I think we are actually in good shape. So my army of nothing but Catalans inside 2 Carracks is indeed... Well, it says, oh, you can't go here. This is illegal. Actually... he is allowed to make progress. It is slow progress, but he is able to start moving in this direction. Good! Good, good, good. Excellent. It would appear that, yes, Carracks are allowed to actually penetrate the void. It's just nothing else is allowed to. Fine. In that case, probably time for you, King Half-Liddy, whatever. You get in the boat. You're on your way, alright? Let's go. Right, Gustav of Locken. Block off this path through. You, my good man, get up here and block up this path through, and also slap down a watchtower, because why the bloody hell not? Then if they try and flee into these ways... Ah, there's something there. Interesting. What are we going to do? Best thing we could probably do is take out these lads. Because this army, combined with the reinforcements in this town, should be able to handle that, I'd say. It's going to leave Yerevan vulnerable, but we need to make a move on them at some point or other. You, by the way, just keep heading up here. And yeah, we got ourselves them blocked off from the south. I just don't know where they're going right now. That's the downside. And I've got so many cannons with me. It's causing trouble. Sadly, I can't quite get this force into the fight, but I can get them close enough by that if need be, they can reinforce if this weakens Yerevan. This guy will probably actually flee, but he hopefully won't fall back too far. Sometimes they do. Sometimes the AI just cheats and lets itself retreat as far as it wants, but it shouldn't do. It should have restricted movement points. So in we go. Send in you, as expected. Okay, he's backing off. What do we actually have here? It's no elephants. Better and better. Okay. 1-on-1. This is not the best force we've got, but it will at least, at the bare minimum, be able to actually... Why is he looking weak? Is the game just saying, oh, this isn't his best army? Might be. Right. Well, let's get in there. I think we can do a quick pick-off right here regardless. And, oof. I don't care if he's got less men. I agree with the game. This is going to be tight. Big, flat, open field. By the looks of it. No clever tricks or anything here. Just straight up who's got the best army. And the problem is, I'm not 100% sure it's me. I've got, yes, scouts and mercenaries. This is not my best force. Well, just gotta hope this is enough. The Armenians will give us a bit of long range, but not much. First, straight up normal battle on the open field versus the Timurids. Let's see if we can just get onto this high ground over here. No, they're going for that high ground over there. And they're on the defensive. They're allowed to. Right, well, let's just slowly start. Actually, if they're running, I should run too. What are you guys doing? Yeah, they're pulling into a position over there. Interesting. If they're going to do that, probably what I should do is just start slowly flanking them. See if I can do the old Rome trick to rotate them off the hill. Because if they're willing to stand in this sort of an area, if I just slowly, just basically, yeah, sidestep my way up this hill, I might be able to push them off. Okay, let's just start moving in this sort of a direction, see what we can do. Fortunately, the missile cav is not the long-range stuff. Oh. Watch it, watch it. Now they were vaguely thinking about having a poke there, but now they're not quite so sure. Okay, the cav is actually changing sides. It's now moving over to here. This is interesting. Okay. What are you guys doing? Where are they trying to draw up here? If I just push forward to about here, and then just start running, I might be willing to engage in a bit of fire and counter-fire, because I'd be willing to bet I can use my cavalry more intelligently than they can. I've got the Armenians as well, so I'm moving into range momentarily here. No, they're backing off. Fine. If they're going to keep backing off, keep pushing forwards. But also push forwards while slowly falling to the left. See if we can just slowly re-angle this battlefield so I can ultimately end up on this high ground with them down below. That would work for me. Right, what else do we have here? Yeah, they're falling back at the minute. Falling back. What's this on this side? That's just light stuff. Yeah, this stuff isn't so bad. It'll slaughter my scouts, but my Armenians will work pretty well against it. Now I just need to slowly push up this here hill. See what we can do here. Yeah. Let's just take another few steps forward. And I think it's working, actually. Just everyone keep moving forward. They just keep falling back and back and back. And then if I can just basically get round to here, this would be the right spot to hold. Oh, looks like they might actually want to fight here. Or at least they're going to move into range. Okay, you guys actually wanting to fight. I mean, whether or not you're wanting to fight, you are in range of my archers at this point. And you're not charging with anything other than light stuff yourself. I think we've actually got ourselves... Yeah, we got ourselves a good shot here. Problem is, we've probably got... Yeah, we got good stuff going on here. I'm going to send a couple of units of cav just to go and chase off these Mongol heavy archers. Armenian cav should be able to see them off, and scouts might be able to pin them. What's going on this flank, by the way? Nothing major. I'm going to move my actual cav in this direction as well, just to deal with the same problem. Yeah, it's the same problem on this side. Fine. If we can, let's see what we can do here. Scouts, get round here. Looks like you're just going to be able to get on top of these guys. But at the moment, what appears to be going on is... nothing major, actually. Their front line is not pushing into me. We're taking some taps, but we're okay for the time being. Now, let's get around the side of these. This Armenian cavalry is... it's impetuous and it's fresh. It's just round here. And then into the back and the side. Oh, hang on. He's sending in reinforcements. And get around the back of them. Okay, so... he's got 2 units, but they've just got more than us. They've just got more cav. But I'm shooting down his... oh, yeah, his infantry is in trouble. His infantry's in a lot of trouble. Over at the front line, we're doing very, very good work. Marvellous. The cav is not doing so hot. This is... these guys are... no, don't let them do it. If they're going to try and charge in, basically hit them. Do not let them get a hit in over there. Over on this side, however, I'm more concerned. This is just a crunchy thing. The Armenians will fight effectively. What are they armed with, by the way, once after the initial charge? They've got... is that... hang on, what have you even got? Have you just got swords? They've just got swords. Fine. This flank will lose. But, if we put a bit of supporting fire down on them with some flaming arrows, that will probably not be the worst thing in the world. In fact, actually, I'm willing to turn on flaming arrows in a couple of places, just for the sake of... oh, yeah. This front line is being torn apart, and... oh, dear. Oh, hang on. Not oh, dear. That's them, not me. Right, you guys... get on here, scouts. Get over there and support. Oh, that's flipping heavy cav. Right, you guys. Get over here. Slam into the rear over here. Looks like we're actually doing... oh, there's arrow support coming in. Oh, that's actual missiles. The rocket launchers have started firing then. Right, these guys are wavering and there's more coming in. And also they're under fire by their own troops. Oh, blimey, I don't blame them for wavering. Right, so the artillery is doing some bad stuff over here. At this point, probably what I ought to do is try and send... Oh, they're well guarded. We've got flaming arrows coming over here. Right, scouts, see if you can just charge straight to the rocket launcher. The Armenians will be able to mop up well enough over here. I'd say these guys are, yeah, they're in trouble. I'm just going to send my scouts charging in pretty much in a suicide charge, but just because of the position they've ended up in... Oh, no. I think are they actually charging? Are they actually charging? I think they've actually decided to charge. Yes, they have. In come the actual heavy lancers and more heavy lancers. The infantry's pretty much screwed at this point. Okay. What do we want to do? At this point, what have they got left? Not much. Just basically send what we got, just barreling forwards and just hit them. I think we should be okay. How's this flank doing, by the way? Better than I expected. These Armenians are doing nicely. You are apparently disengaged. So maybe, like, get in the back of these guys. Archers, meanwhile, probably time for you to fall back at this point. Everyone fall back, disengage. Do not get yourselves involved at all possible. Leave this to the actual cav. My infantry is now charging forward. These guys are just going to be completely screwed. In fact, you know what? Get the scouts out of there. They're not going to do any more good. These Armenians are obviously going to break momentarily. I just say get out of there, but alright, fine, whatever. In fact, actually, what have we got over here? Ooh, some missile troops. Yeah, go and ride them down. See if you can hit the missile launchers. Looks to me like the front line is completely collapsing. Just get some infantry over here. And also, oh, straight in the back. That's not going to be good for you. Right, get over here. Hit the rocket launchers. How's the fight versus the actual heavy cav going? Looks like, yeah, we got some Mongol heavy archers over there actually coming in. Hit these guys and then just get them in the side with my general. Infantry's pretty cleaned up. Actually, this has gone much better than I expected. Where's their leader, though? I'm actually not sure where he is. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Looks to me like everyone's fleeing at this point. What's left down here? You may as well head over here. Heavy lancers. What have we got over there? Just some more stuff. Yep. Tell you what, we've pretty much got this cleared up. You guys get over here. There's still... the problem we got is there's loads of cav still over on this side. You guys reposition to actually cover as best you can. And all of you guys just basically shoot down the hill. At this point, yeah, we can pretty much take out their heavy lancers with infantry. That's fine. Obviously, we haven't got much in the way of spears, but, oh, that's no good either. Right, just charge down these and let our own archers do the work. That's absolutely fine. Nothing more on this side? Nope, nothing more on this side. You guys, get over here and help out with all of this. Some of the Armenians have fled, not too surprising. Get over here, take out the rocket launchers and all of the rest of it. There's a little bit of stuff over here. It's nothing too major. Send whatever's left of the cav in that direction. The general's over in this direction. Do you want to send him down there? Yeah, go on then. See if we can just get the general to help out a little bit. He's still full strength. I'm not so worried about him. Yeah, if we can just basically have... Oh, you managed to actually sneak your heavy cavalry through. Well, bad luck for you, because I'm also charging at your cavalry. Oh dear, the charger has become the charged. No flipping good for you, is it? No. Oh, yes. Oh, that's been a good first proper open field engagement. I mean, we got lucky. Because we just managed to just get into a position kind of by luck where we could actually hit them. Where we were in range and we just were able to outgun them. We just had more than they did in terms of ranged units. Their cav has pretty much destroyed my cav. And my front line has taken some bad knocks. But, yeah. Good work all round there. Good first engagement versus the Timurids. I'm happy with that. Now, how did that all shake out in the end? Ah, very good. That army's gone, and we only lost 600. We're still effective. Oh, that's why it was. He was a captain. I forgot he was a captain. There was no general, so there were no penalties. Yeah. So their biggest, most terrifying bit of cavalry was missing, and of course, the massive 10 dread morale penalties were not present. So my cavalry would have broken way earlier against a proper army, but still... That is 1,000 Timurids not on the field. I will take that every time. And sorry, lads, you're not actually getting any of these guys back. No hard feelings. It's just, you know, we kind of have to. Now, can you get back to safety? Yes, you can. Now, what are we actually going to do here? Probably the best thing we can do is just fall back to safety up here. No need to expose ourselves any further than we already have. You guys get ready to move in here. You're already blocking up here. The Timurids are already starting to look a little bit on the worn down side, which I'm liking, but I think there's more to show up yet. I think there is. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like this is not enough. Like, when the Mongols got 12 full stacks, I feel like the third wave of the Timurids is yet to show up. Right, time to see how the Timurids are going to react to all of this, then. Having actually lost an army, are they going to swing in looking for revenge? And is the fact that I'm starting to block up the bridges going to throw them off? Oh. Okay, there's a bit of interesting movement going along here. They don't seem to be sure where they want to go anymore. I may have kick-started some bumbling. Right. The thing is, if I can just get them to be spread out along a long thing... Will you go away with the witches? We do not need witches. Also, some Flemish guys invented a new type of paint, or painting or something. No, it is paint. Lovely. Oil paint, it'll never catch on. Right, continue heading in this direction. There's got to be something out here, right? Sooner or later we'll find something. Yeah, it's very slow going, by the way. Finding the new world is extremely bloody slow. I mean, you can see the difference right there. The moment you actually leave shallower waters close by to actual land, yeah, you slow right the hell down. Also, at this point, I should pretty much just be constantly pumping more Carracks, more armies actually in Western Europe because, yeah, seriously, we're going to need more armies in America. And in fact, just because it's so... I mean, just look how long it takes this boat just to get to here. Like, 5 turns. Like, there's a good argument of just saying, screw it, let's just train the armies actually in Spain, because then at least they're going to get there a bit faster. So, this crossing, secured. This crossing, secured. They cannot get that way. In theory... Ooh. Well, this is of interest. Hang on. Let's just actually send one of my agents. Yes. Which is one that's useless? Hang on. You're the one that's useless. Yeah, you're the one that's useless. Fine. Send... Actually, no. Send... Do I have a spy around here? No, that's fine. The useless one will do. If I send you around here, is there a... There's a way through there. Well... This is of interest, isn't it? This force right here might be an excellent candidate to just go hide out up here and loop down to here. Let's just start, yeah, operation just slowly flipping taunting them. Alright, even if they can win these fights, we can just slowly start squeezing them. Oh, I like this. This is a much more proactive war than we had against the Mongols. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think that is enough for now. The net is closing on the Timurids. If we're very lucky, we might actually be able to start picking them off a little bit in the not too distant future, which would be just absolutely flipping marvellous. And meanwhile, our Catalan scouts are trying to figure out what, if anything, is floating around on this side of the map. Though it's going to take them a while to get there, and it's going to take even longer for our king and his proper army to get there too. But now we've just got Carracks in production everywhere. You know what? This force at Nottingham should basically be joining in as well. Screw it, why not, eh? Just, yeah, keep training new stuff over there. Get more Carracks in production over here. How much Carracks? Carracks, we can afford more Carracks. Just build more Carracks, damn it. More Carracks literally everywhere. Send the army in Nottingham and Milton Keynes over there as well. Basically, we just need quite a few armies for the new world. And hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, next time we might discover it. I honestly can't remember exactly where it is. There's only a handful of settlements. It's not like the whole of America. It's just the very, very east coast of America and a handful of settlements. But the existing occupants are not exactly keen on company, to be perfectly honest. So we'll have to see all of that goes, and we'll have to see how our attempt to actually surround and slowly squeeze the Timurids goes as well. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way. Otherwise, they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.